God ain't forgot about you. And I know that might be hard to hear. And you probably saying, like, man, nah, like, because the hardships and the difficulties that you have faced, the things you're going through, sometimes it seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But I want you to remember that there's favor on your life, and God favors you, and God sees you, He hears you. And I know you're probably thinking, like, oh, but Chris, like, I've been praying, and it just feels like my prayers are going unanswered. I've been crying, and I just feel like I can't get ahead, and things are just like falling apart around me. It seems like I put one foot in front of the other. I take 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. So how could God possibly hear me? How can He possibly see me? How can He possibly favor me when I've been through so much? I want you to think about the last time you went through something, and then a time before that, and a time before that. And I want you to remember how far He's brought you from those times. The same God that made a way all of those times before when you didn't see a way out, when things got a little dark for you. That same God is the same God that's going to see you through this time. He's the same God that is going to make a way, even though you don't see a way. Don't give up on God, because one thing for certain, two things for sure, God ain't give up on you. We fall short often. We come up short. We backslide often. But God has forgiven us countless times, to a point that, like, sometimes we have to ask ourselves, and we question ourselves if we even deserve that forgiveness and that grace. So don't be so quick to throw in a towel. Don't be so quick to question, the wins, the wheres in the house. Just know a way is going to be made for you. The way is being made for you. And even though right now you may not understand it, you may not see it, you may not even feel it, but I want you to remember that even when, we get to a point where we feel like our prayers are just kind of like almost flatline. We up all night, we journaling, we writing. I want you to continue to do what you do. I want you to continue to minister not only to yourself, but to those around you. Be a good steward. Continue to be a kind individual. Spread love. Continue to do those things that God expects of us. I want you to continue to pray. I want you to continue to talk to Him. But just because God hasn't moved, isn't moving on our timing, because that's what we want. We want things to happen immediately. And we all know that ain't how God works. He's an on-time God. And the song says He may not come when you want Him to, but He'll be there on time. Hold on to your faith. Hold on to the word of God. You've been here before. This isn't new. You've been through some difficulties and some hardships before. You've been through the valley before, and He guided you out. The storms have come before, and the sun still shined afterwards. So don't look at it and move in this difficult season of your life as this is, it's new territory, because you treat it as something familiar. Treat it as something familiar, different storm, same principle. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this storm is producing a little hail and, some thunder, where the other one only produced a little lightning. But it's the same storm in a sense. The sun will shine after it's all over. But you got to hold on to that. You can't give up just yet, because the moment where we are about to give up, the breakthrough is on the other side. Imagine you giving up today and tomorrow was the day that the breakthrough was coming. And when we go through difficult seasons in life, you can't treat it as the seasons according to like the weather, summer, spring, fall, and all of that stuff. Winter seasons, sometimes when we go through difficulties, sometimes they can last a few days, a few months, even a few years. But you have to remember and hold on to like that this is just a season of difficulty, but it won't last. You got to hold your head up. I want you to hold your head up high, poke your chest out, and walk with confidence, knowing that, hey, God got me. I know God got me. You got to tell yourself that when you feeling discouraged, when you feel like you want to quit, when you feel like you don't have nothing left in the tank and you just want to call it all off. You just want to walk away from it all and say, forget everything. I want you to remember that God got you and tell yourself, God got me. Maybe you need to tell yourself that every time you feel a little discouraged, every time things don't seem to be working in your favor. Maybe you had some things lined up and you thought it was going to work out, but for whatever reason it didn't. You had your hopes up high for it, and it didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. The first thing you should do is thank God for that. And then tell yourself, God got something better. God got me. That relationship fell apart. You gave it your all. You were a good person, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason. Thank God for it. And then say, God got something better for me. God got me. You have to remember who you are. Sometimes I think in this walk with Christ, we forget that we are who we are because we get so caught up in looking at other people's walk. We start comparing ourselves. Like they walk into your walk. Their relationship with God isn't your relationship with God. You have to cultivate and remember the foundation in which you built your relationship with God on, not someone else's. And that's why it's important for us to know the word and to know God for ourselves, because sometimes people, even with good intentions, who talk about the word and talk about God, sometimes like they get it wrong. I get it wrong sometimes. Every word of encouragement isn't your word of encouragement. This word isn't for everyone, but it's for somebody. I encourage you to take from this video what you need and leave what you don't. I want you to remember that even in the midst of the storm, God is favoring you because he's going to guide you out of it. Even when you feel like, you tired of praying, you tired of crying, you have nothing left in the tank, I want you to pray some more. Because at the end of the day, we have to remember that we are only human. And it's okay to feel those emotions. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel like God hasn't heard you and your prayer. And it's okay to feel like, your prayers are going unanswered. What's not okay is giving up. What is not okay is counting God out, quitting on God when he hasn't quit you. It's been so many times where I felt like, God should have just given up on me because at some points I lost my way and I gave up on him. And each time I went back in and it was like picked up right where I left off. And he continued to be the amazing God that he is and continued to watch over me, watch over my family, guide me, protect me, heal me. So I want you to remember that, even though seasons come and go, and some are difficult and some are hard. But I don't want you to fall into the trap of feeling like, God isn't there. You may have to cry sometimes. You may have to be a little upset at times. But remember that he there for you. He got you. You got him. He got you. Y'all got each other. And everything is going to be okay. Just remember how far you've come. And again, as I said in the beginning of the video, the same God that brought you through before is going to bring you through again. You are worthy. You're an amazing individual. And you deserve everything good this life has to offer. And don't you forget that. So with that being said, I thank you for watching another episode of A Quick Little Word Podcast. I'm your boy, Chris Wright. Be sure to check out the description for everything. Thebrandfations.com for merch and clothing. I'm sure it's something on the site that you would love. The audio for the podcast. Everything is going to be in the descriptions. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who need a little pick-me-up, a little word of encouragement, and a little reminder. Until next time, peace, love, and happiness.